I am Charlie Kirk. I will not be silenced, and conservative voices across this nation will never be silenced.
That symbol is taken. It stands for missing and murdered Indigenous people. So you're going to have to go colonize another one.
Conservative voices across...
Hey colonizer, have you looked in the mirror lately? Because the red handprint on your face is a symbol of MMIW. And if you don't know what it is, feel free to educate yourself and do better. And FYI, the MMIW is not a joke, period. And that being said, have the day you deserve.
This nation will never be silenced.
Twin, hello. So, let me get this straight. A white man dies, and y'all lose your collective mind screaming and crying on the internet. But Native women go missing and are murdered every single day, and crickets. See, because that red handprint is reserved for MMIW and the Native women whose voices are being silenced. MMIW stands for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women because homicide is the third leading cause of death in Native women. That's 10 times higher than the national average for every other ethnicity. You see, 4 out of 5 Native women face violence in their lifetime. 2 times more likely to face violence from an intimate partner, 2 times more likely to be raped, and 3 times more likely to be murdered than their non-Native counterparts. And it's hard to get justice because when a non-Native commits these heinous crimes on tribal lands, they cannot be tried in tribal courts because they are not a tribal citizen. They also cannot be tried in American courts because the crime did not occur on American soil, essentially making it legal for them to get away with rape and murder on tribal lands. So please spare me the bullshit about conservative voices being silenced when y'all are anything but silent, and the guy who did it was a straight, white, Mormon, MAGA man. Where are your tears and outrage for MMIW? Take that shit off.
Hi guys, welcome to yet another video. It's Nagari here. Thanks for clicking on this video. I'm kind of outside, but I needed to talk about this because I found it really disturbing. Also other people. So we have this palmed woman that was saying that conservatives are not going to be like shut down or made to be silenced, which I found really ridiculous because people are being silenced because one person was taken down, and so there is no longer like freedom of speaking. So for her to just come out and be like, oh, we're not going to be silenced, is kind of ridiculous, especially because she was using a sign that is a representation of pain to the Native Americans, especially the women. And when people called her out about this behavior, about this, the answer was hilarious because she was excusing what she did to the friend. Like, instead of owning up to what she said, she was literally saying, oh, if you want to debate me about this, or you come and debate me with my friend who is actually a native or, you know, kind of part of the indigenous tribe, which I found crazy. Your friend is not the one that said or did the act of using a symbol of pain to represent some kind of demonstration for you that conservatives should not be like silenced. Like, make it make sense. Another ridiculous thing that came out of this person's mouth is her talking about colonial culture, which I did not understand. I didn't know we had colonial culture. The only culture I know about colonial people is pain, misery, and hurting other groups of people. But she was like, oh, the clothes you wear, or the electricity you have, or everything that you have as Native Americans or other groups of people is because of the colonial culture. So you should also stop appropriating it, or culture appropriating that culture, and just let, like, it was just not making sense. Because what do you mean? People were enforced things onto them, and that's why I'm also speaking this language like right now, because it was something that was enforced into our culture, into our lives, into our countries. What do you mean like we are culturally appropriating this thing? Like, guys, listen to this thing. This being, actually, come back. Let me know your thoughts on it.
Charlie Kirk, I will not be silenced, and conservative voices across this nation will never be silenced.
Someone just used the red handprint symbol on TikTok completely wrong. And it's not just offensive, it's dangerous. Let me explain. You might have seen the red handprint across their mouths or face. That's not a makeup trend. It's not a costume. A handprint is sacred. It's used by indigenous communities to bring awareness to MMIW, missing and murdered indigenous women and two-spirit people. It represents silenced voices, violence, and injustice. That still happens every day. But here's the problem. A TikToker decided to put that handprint on someone who isn't indigenous, someone who is white, and by doing that, they stripped away the meaning. They turned a sacred symbol into aesthetics. And that disrespects the families and communities still fighting for justice. You truly care about MMIW. Don't misuse the symbol. Listen to indigenous voices, share their stories, and use their platform, or your platform, responsibly. Because this isn't a trend. It's a fight for justice, dignity, and remembrance. And really? Charlie Kirk of all people?
So a lot of you seem to think I deleted my video, and just in case you weren't sure if I was doubling down or not, I'm going to quadruple down on this. And I do love that a group of people racially profiled me without ever even asking what my ethnicity was. I thought that was the richest part of the outrage that came from this. But let's get into the fact that if you want to debate me on this, you can go to my main platform, Millie Shushies, and you can debate me and my co-host, who is my best friend, and she's a card-carrying tribal member from the Dawes Rolls. You guys can come debate us on this anytime that you want if you're upsetty spaghetti. Here's the receipt that you guys reported this video until it got taken down. I just love that in America, where we are a melting pot of multiple cultures, how a certain group of people is upset about cultural appropriation. So if we're going to be upset about that, I want to make very clear that you're going to have to close down multiple native casinos, because playing cards are colonial culture. Texas Hold'em, blackjack, all of those card gambling games that people offer at native casinos, that's colonial culture that you are appropriating. Just want to make clear. Also, t-shirts, sweaters, blue jeans, that all comes from colonial culture. The pew-pews that you have, that is colonial culture. The modern automobiles that you use, that is colonial culture. All of the electricity and the modern homes that are structured the way that it's built today, that is colonial culture. So if you want to go down the list of who's appropriating more culture from whom, I think that certain groups of people are going to lose that argument. But I don't know, I kind of heard from a liberal friend that you're not supposed to profit off cultures that don't belong to you, right? Oh, also don't forget capitalism comes from colonial culture. Almost forgot that. Speaking of capitalism, it's almost like there's this thing in capitalism where if you want to have ownership over a symbol, what's that called? Copyright. That's right. So it's almost like if you want to have copyrights over a symbol and claim that it belongs to you, you should go obtain the copyrights to it, and then nobody else can use it. Also, I just want to thank all of my haters out there for boosting both of my accounts. Who knew marketing could be so easy? All I had to do was piss off a bunch of woke liberals. So thank you for the new followers. Thank you for the viewership on my account. I love it. I can't wait to see all the awesome stitches I'm going to get from this too. Thank you so much. By the way, I didn't lose a single follower over your outrage. Bye. Oh no, people are writing bad comments about me on TikTok. Oh no.
Actually, some of us are calling you out for being performative. You know, like that? Where you were imitating where Charlie Kirk got pew-pewed. All I said was, how disrespectful to the immediate family if they ran into your content, because that's performative as fuck. Who does that? Oh, you. But continue.
So a lot of you seem to think I deleted my video, and just...
No, we don't think you deleted your video. We know you actually deleted your video. Let me slow it down for you. Video deleted by creator. But continue.
I just want to thank all of my haters out there for boosting both of my accounts. Who knew marketing could be so easy? All I had to do...
Wait, hold on. Is this about you? Is this about your numbers, your popularity? I thought this was all about condolences and empathy for Charlie Kirk. You're making it about yourself.
I love it. I can't wait to see all the awesome stitches I'm gonna get from this too.
Girl, no one can stitch your video. You turned it off. In my opinion, that just shows you're afraid of backlash. You're afraid of people engaging with you. Now, admittedly, I did screen record, but I just want to show you. No one can stitch you. Turn on your stitches if you want the engagement. There are definitely some other parts of the video I didn't play. For anybody interested, you're welcome to go view her profile. She seems to love the attention. But back to the root of it all, this started because she was trying to give sympathy to Charlie Kirk, which I side with that. I feel bad for the guy and his family. But she did it in a disrespectful way. I pointed it out, and this is how she's responding. Boo hoo hoo. How immature. Have a beautiful day.
Let me get this right. You think it is okay to use a symbol about indigenous women going missing to talk about a man who spoke against the civil rights movement, who said women's only purpose of going to college was to get married, and talked about literally taking female rights away because they should be in the home? You think that this is okay? Like, you are just as bad as he is. Like, the fact that you think that you have the right to take away a symbol of a people, of a movement, and misuse it to justify a belief of a bigot is a problem. And I hope people keep duetting this video.
As you've seen in the video, that is exactly what we talk about every single day. These people do not want to own up to their SHIT. And the thing is, people are not even mad about, her talking about what she was talking about, but why using a symbol on a man that was also advocating for the pain of the people that use this sign to get freedom. Like, make it make sense. It's just not okay. And when we come out and call out these people, then they're like, oh, you are culturally appropriating our culture as colonial people. What do you mean with colonial culture? Like, what is colonial culture? Like, I don't understand. It's oh my God, these people, it's so crazy. It's so insane that in 2025, these people are still excusing the fact that colonialism was not a positive thing to majority of people but themselves. They don't accept it, and it's just annoying, it's frustrating. But hey, here we are. I just love that people are calling her out and she had to delete that video, but also excusing it. Like, it's not because people called her out. It's hilarious because, I mean, you deleted it because it was actually inappropriate and people were calling you out, but you felt like you were being attacked, but you attacked people first. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't really make sense. Guys, that is it for me today's video. Let me know what you think about this. I will see you in another video. Bye.